During his year aboard the International Space Station, the longest space mission in American history, astronaut Scott Kelly received a call from his daughter. Braced for bad news, he asked what was wrong. On stage at the Presbyterian Church in Pasadena on Tuesday night, Kelly recalled their conversation. His daughter, he said, told him that she was lonely. "Wait a minute, I'm in space for a year and you're lonely?" he asked. The completely sold-out event, crammed with attendees of all ages, howled with laughter and relief. "There are 7.5 billion people down there. Just go out and find one." On tour for his new book Endurance, A Year in Space, A Lifetime of Discovery, Kelly was joined on stage by Bill Nye, television personality, science educator, and CEO of the Planetary Society, for the Vrooman's bookstore event. The night did not begin auspiciously, technical problems with a video projector, but after a swift recovery, they kept the audience on the edge of their seats. It felt fitting. In addition to providing an insider's take on spaceflight, Kelly's book traces his trajectory from below-average student to record-breaking astronaut. It's quite the story arc. His memoir's rising action shoots right up to space. Agatha French/Los Angeles Times. The crowd for Scott Kelly. The crowd for Scott Kelly. Agatha French/Los Angeles Times. "It's great to be here," said Kelly. "It's actually great to be anywhere with gravity." Kelly read an excerpt that described some of the painful physical effects of reacclimating to life on Earth. Blood pooled in his legs, his swollen ankle squishes like a water balloon. Kelly's mission was in part devised to study the challenges of long-term spaceflight. His twin brother Mark Kelly, also a NASA astronaut, was a built-in control. In space, Scott Kelly grew an inch and a half taller. Kelly recalled with a hint of sibling rivalry and obvious affection that the first thing his brother wanted to do when they were reunited was stand back to back. "We were little hellions," he said of their childhood, risk-takers who climbed drainpipes and stared out of the window at school. Kelly graduated high school in the bottom half of his class. In college, he happened to stumble across Tom Wolfe's The Right Stuff about the birth of the space program and was instantly entranced. That single book changed his life and gave him a direction. Of his memoir Endurance, he said, "I hope this book inspires young adults to think that they could be more than they previously thought possible." Scott Kelly/Associated Press. Astronaut Scott Kelly takes a photo of himself inside the International Space Station. Astronaut Scott Kelly takes a photo of himself inside the International Space Station. Scott Kelly/Associated Press. During his mission, Kelly's sister-in-law Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords, was shot. "The most challenging aspect of space travel," he said, "is that if something bad happens to your family you cannot come home. In space, there are small comforts." Kelly listened to Coldplay, Pearl Jam, and Jay-Z. "Fascinatingly, his dreams changed. The longer I was there they became almost exclusively space dreams. Spacewalks scare him less than the glass floor of the Space Needle in Seattle. I don't like that at all, and he'd happily go on a mission to Mars as long as I had a return ticket." "How loud was it when you took off?" Nye asked. "I can't hear you," joked Kelly. "What was the most amazing thing you saw in space?" "Earth," he said with grin. Agatha French/Los Angeles Times. Scott Kelly and Bill Nye. Scott Kelly and Bill Nye, Agatha French/Los Angeles Times. "From space, the planet is borderless, we see the Earth as is it meant to be seen." Kelly described the fragility of the Earth's atmosphere almost like a contact lens on somebody's eye, and that while generally it's a very beautiful view, he saw firsthand the effects of pollution. "The smoke from the 2015 California fires," he said, "was also visible. It's our responsibility to put people in office that believe in science, believe in facts, believe in data," he said to Applause. Kelly's stories seemed to hold something for everyone. Norma Gonzalez, a 4th and 5th grade special education teacher, loved his openness about his past and not being the perfect student. "I can't wait to take that back to my students," she said. Elam Magsudi, an engineer at JPL, agreed, adding that she appreciated the impact of being an astronaut on his point of view, encouraging the public to believe in science and fact. HTML body article aside details fig caption figure footer header group NAV section summary DLDDDTIMG display, block, margin, 0, padding, 0, head style body margin, 0, newsletter embed border top, solid 1px number D0 D0 D0, border bottom, solid 1px number D0 D0 D0, padding, 10px 20px, margin, 0, max width, 320px, font family, Arial, font size, 13px, color, number 535353, line height, 1.3 m, newsletter embed H2 font family, Belizio, Labelizio bold, Times New Roman, Times, serif, font size, 17px. Color, number 262626, line height, 18px, p. Description margin bottom 0, newsletter embed input font family, Arial, sans serif, font size, 14px, color, number C9 C9 C9, line height, 18px, border, 1px solid number CCC, padding 10px, max width 100%, border radius, 4px, margin top 7px, box sizing, border box, newsletter embed input type equals text width, calc, 100%, 94px, min width, 110px, color number 333, newsletter embed input type equals submit background color, number 4591b8, border, 1px solid number 4591b8, color white. Border 0, width 90px, cursor, pointer, newsletter embed input type equals submit hover background color, number 666, color, number FFF, border color, number 666, number MailChimp response margin top, 5px, min height, 16px, privacy link text align, right, margin 0, padding 0, privacy link a font size, 11px, color, number 5c 5c 5c, line height 14px, text decoration, none, privacy link a hover text decoration, underline, at media, max width, 260px, newsletter embed description display, none, newsletter embed h2. Font size, 14px, line height, 16px, margin bottom 0, newsletter embed input type equals text, newsletter embed input type equals submit margin top 5px, width 100%, LA Times Books newsletter. Books, authors, and more, delivered Saturdays. Script. Privacy policy dash. To close the evening, Kelly stood and addressed the audience. Building and operating the International Space Station is the most difficult thing humanity has ever done, and its success makes him hopeful. If we can dream it, we can do it. Curing cancer, fixing the country and the environment, he said, it's all within reach. Kelly received a standing ovation. After the applause died down, his exit music piped in. What song? What else? Rocket Man. Knopf. Endurance, A Year in Space, A Lifetime of Discovery by Scott Kelly. Endurance, A Year in Space, A Lifetime of Discovery by Scott Kelly. Knopf. HTML body article aside details fig caption figure footer header group NAV section summary DLDDDTIMG display, block, margin, 0, padding, 0, head style. Galleries after content, display, block, background color, number FF5443, margin, 16px auto 0, height, 5px, width, 100px, galleries before content, books videos, display, block, font, 723px/25px Belizio Georgia, droid serif, text align, center, color, number 1E1E1E. Dash. Caption. Terry Pratchett, acclaimed author of the Discworld science fiction series, sent a pre-recorded acceptance speech when he won awarded a Los Angeles Times Book Prize in 2008. Terry Pratchett, acclaimed author of the Discworld science fiction series, sent a pre-recorded acceptance speech when he won awarded a Los Angeles Times Book Prize in 2008. Caption. Terry Pratchett, acclaimed author of the Discworld science fiction series, sent a pre-recorded acceptance speech when he won awarded a Los Angeles Times Book Prize in 2008. Terry Pratchett, acclaimed author of the Discworld science fiction series, sent a pre-recorded acceptance speech when he won awarded a Los Angeles Times Book Prize in 2008. Caption. Bea and Leah Cook opened the Ripped Bodice in Culver City to share their love of romance books. Bea and Leah Cook opened the Ripped Bodice in Culver City to share their love of romance books. Caption. Ruben Martinez, whose barbershop became Libreria Martinez Books and Art Gallery, has received the LA Times Festival of Books 2016 Innovator Award. Ruben Martinez, whose barbershop became Libreria Martinez Books and Art Gallery, has received the LA Times Festival of Books 2016 Innovator Award. Caption. In cafes and bars, skate shops, and co-working spaces, books are popping up everywhere in Los Angeles and is more than just decor. In cafes and bars, skate shops, and co-working spaces, books are popping up everywhere in Los Angeles and is more than just decor. Caption. Jade Chang's debut novel, The Wongs vs. The World, hit bestseller lists last fall. We catch up with the Angelino to find out how her life has changed. Jade Chang's debut novel, The Wongs vs. The World, hit bestseller lists last fall. We catch up with the Angelino to find out how her life has changed. Agatha.French at latimes.com. At Agatha Frenchy.